the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Eguso the aftermath of the Accra Circuit Court 9 ruling. Yeah, what the abetu jano ni eguso hun komona hun abobo. Dear Neonya anti news, the news is that Chairman Kwame Bafo, Durana friend Abronye DC has been once again remanded by the Accra Circuit Court 9. Say yamfa no kwatwira banku kumono for na watwe na yakopon ya adomwa yensan fa nemra on the 19th of September na court emetwa asem no so. Now, according to lawyers representing Chairman Abronye, this decision was arrived at because the prosecution prayed to the court say omo pese omo etokoso further investigations into the 2 counts of charges yede abo Chairman Kwamba for Abronye de dikan publication of false news na de toso mienu so offensive conduct that is conducive to the breach of peace, said Ghana Police Service canon. Now, interestingly, aka bears a donhuri, any donhuri the fan, ama court akwa setna, and a Ghana Police Service release a communique, say Chief Alhaji Sofo Azorka Omachin. Now, oko into details of the news Omochi on the 10th September. 10 September no police for jina so grante no bail ema no kofie ema police arrangement say nyame adoma on the 17th of September and a Chief Sofo Azorka ye be arraigned before court. Another interesting fact is that police for chain no tamale but omo je no caution statement e wo chebi grante no bail e wo chebi a transport no free chebi eba tamale eno ena Ali Baba Dan Kambari on breaking news edin komo ena the host ba ko kase enya no kre so for Azorka arrest enya no kre. It is because say nene ni nyina ewo Accra Circuit Court 9 looking at said Chairman Kwamba for Abronye case rebesi akonti na police suro kwanya na MPP supporters amase no ma bom ho ano wo court nti e no mo de sa piece of news ni betom no said e be ya omo de be dadan ko for say anya hwe kura na Chief Sofo Azorka ya chem. According to this pundit ye paper so nchie enya nchie bia o wie ye e no sign making series of revelations with respect to the Ghana Police Service plus and someone a so ewo Accra Circuit Court 9. All this and more yanko na yankuti.
Studio mo kikao dia Abronye kikao dia Kevin Taylor kikao dia nana ko juja ntwati kumasia ateni ni ntro tatu ba umia ni akufu adoso esenki achino
nya botre bra
oh mame kmasem menene nkoi
eni kwaju meko
oh mame kmasem na re
na chanyo na otwe ma adwuna siso omo so omo ye adwuma omo kwachi no
oh nya botre na meka asem na meka ha minim se ateni ka politics on kakra ka ho nya kakrampo ba bia yesua democracy free no se wo ta hwe oko YouTube am free bb PMQs prime minister questions commons UK House of Commons or parliament no or engagement bi o ta add to YouTube free o data nko abet mahwe bi some of the words are use no some of them ya brof na your language one here I would can say bia
ko bolga west
o be ka say rich contemporary ateni America is worse
ba ye titimu ntisha ye morality.
Can I make my point? A free President Kufuor, I don't know by you, those Guadan Kramekai. President Kufuor, a bakoye, President Mills, a bit try 3 years ago, free President Mahama 2012, ABC ne. And I just say, I hear good, yes, with the agents, we hear with them. But I can vouch here, city and vouch say, even when President Mahama was president between 2012 to 2016, yes, not for them. No. But to the point say, you did a tro a fra attendee who good nipa who feel already so there is the last 8 years. And this is for the buy. And before comes Nsem-Pii for Mahama, do na no President Nsem-Pii Sebu, Yen say, Pomudina. Thank you. Yen Kabi, a comment no, Sebi, or no, as on a kind, near the eye beat, near the ball, Beko, I like that. Rollings of all people. Then go foot me train. So one known to me, Kwakubako, Nanakufuado,
professional, nobody a man.
The mano. Kwakubako for Rollins fagot. Rollins was alive. Of course, the shit bomb team. When shit bomb. Yeah. Bomb Benino. The Jokela Muyino. Trio. We be good office and any media officer won't be a hand upon that. Massa, bears a woman that won't win you so. But say a jeans remose, any Patrick camera siniso. Esene dem na dwaye na toilet so kemu on mine penny for temundia the last 8 years na gentre ha and dodo no mo gihine mu no enne omo aban mu ama Ghana menu mienu ya ka sen ye president tax na ade no ye de tuomo ka omo fra kufu ado busuafo ni nyina achemfo ni nyina no ndc for from Sakawa achem Sakawa kufu ado beka no address this issue ko yesu because it's painful. Omuture book edin din to say ajapade no ifrachem ye beto abai na me hu say ochehene eni abre a wo ka ho na mse nana watena ho me ade atom so why now esambe na nkofo yanka
blind yenya ne say you do me
me we say yenya Ghana ni akra fribuase etie bruchire ko start the media no wa ese wonya broni ba bia wa no minim say ono tie bruchire me moni din po na no ya kono ene wote ho na chi no senka meme enje bo machi mahama ene na naje ene ne bo ene ndisi fo chi ne odi ahemfo ama kohene kese wo mamu ha ne ba ko pe
rawroma
odi enye onanango ene ne dom ni nyina
e fry
na sen yo bai ndisi fo na de ne nam eti OTB BNI yesi koda vice president residence amenu mienu sika edi atua senka mama je nkoda ho no ona hoda ho no mne sa akwa no
41
ne ho se preko no ekoshe ye bese amenye sa awo man komo no ye ya o wo ma wo mo muti no no wonya
bi se sa na wo se
bi abutre be na menya nipa ho se preko na wonim se hunu otumika wahunu emma omudi nanim emma afa BNI na ese hwe na chechire akromfo na hwe ma asumdwe ba boko ni Gonja land no omo na de sa boy no ene namye nkomo pe ahimfia kopepa che onanka ono no kofa abaya bi na ne sisi achiachi no ene ne ba TV so anka ye ni ama ho a ene sa abaya no fake doctor enko kwa akoye adwuma e wo National Health Insurance nyase ya chino ye post ni eje ne keke ene ode koye enkrofo wa ban mu onye professor also a professor by whole parliamentary committee anim ama nipa wo dia nimu na wo busa questions onimade e chen for America na wo tene to nchen afenyo ntu kwan nche se onimade che no se meni aba edin no nka mfata wo gihini ma se fata ye twere ko ba bia wo free ba no o me se ponya professor so for computer enam ha so wo ye doctor ye kom onya doctor o man bi ti say UK US adana no say we ye doctor so onya doctor aba pass onya doctor ne de o public office na wo occupy no ye be je from Abronye Black Maria abra Azorka ejina TV so ka kire ye say
o ma chi na
ma menka wo munchi no bia paper arrest enya arrest bia what kind of arrest is that na sama Azorka kan yi say ya mo man bia esan ko dem dana kan dana na senka Black adano na Black Maria ne bi si wo no hona na se communication say pamini enkasasa na me dana na me so me kire say o say President Mahama boy no Sharaf or ta organize boxing exhibition match and I'm say the Azorka ebuosie fui ene buganso entiasmasi o mu yenu say yesen ketumi nya national boxing exhibition match near more 6 rounds and 8 rounds okra yemfa more mo nanko mo nkofe so ye betua sika ka me kwa kra ko hwi o mo boba ko akra na ba ko anu a o mo sa mreku maseme bobi o mfa ba ko kosunwan ye mo the whole system register nyu na ba ko efrim na ko asomdua ba ali eti we ko so no enya emra no ne pase di so enya sabio efutuo bi na ban pase otu o man fo ne yesu ade pa eye said na wo kan you do me I do you because appear stadium here na why no ho kwa metuen ono mre bi wo se eche no ti yachi na pen de ene na ban so aba so be hwese nkrofo bi o mo kaseti na ban no o be me yachi no se obi ko kase paisa accident yesi o de o mampanye mu frafra uti kura asem uti bo ayeden untimpo no akwache because a politics na bia me who how criminal or how painful that one I admit say the working
abushani tia woni
oye bakro me bakro na Kofi Buama fine gentleman like that ne ma me da so tia sia ne kra no ne honya dey sa na ne betumi aduru se ewie no na okowu a nye wuo mpo we ya tantan we enka na usabi obi a wabada ya sabi wadwunu mu do bia no won fa sem we metra TV so na radio so kan basa but politics nyeye na do Felix Ofukusu kwache we president we ne spokesperson na wote Flagstaff House so Jubilee House as we speak oba TV so be catch say okita paper na e kan free so say phone say President Mahama anya President Akufo-Addo anya stage 3 cancer why say the person chance say President Akufo-Addo yare to me president I don't know papa in holding sin na Jane.
So this is very, very unfortunate. He's been remanded to police custody again for another 1 week. In fact, I am surprised that a misdemeanor could attract such high-handedness. The approach is bad. It's just abuse of his rights. You saw almost about 100 policemen fully armed to the teeth. Is he a terrorist? Has he committed treason? Is he a treasonable offense? Look, even when we were in court, we saw of a news item where Azorka, who has actually threatened to kill the minority leader, he was arrested, granted bail the same day, and he's been directed to appear before the court on the 12th of September or so. In fact, we even have the constituency communications officer for the NDC in Ebuakwanov, who openly said that they are looking for my good self, Honorable Anodompre, and the minority leader to kill, and that they are after us. The video is viral. In fact, the new Patriotic Party officially petitioned the IGP, signed by the General Secretary. As we speak, we have not even received any official correspondence from the police. This is somebody who says that he's going to kill Honorable Afenyomaken, Honorable Anodompre, and my good self. And the person is still walking free. And we have somebody who's been slapped with charges which are misdemeanor, and then the person is being treated as if he's a hardened criminal. Very unfortunate. Very, very. It looks like this unfair application of the law, the bias is becoming too much. We are going to rise up against this unfortunate treatment. It looks like state institutions being weaponized to humiliate the new Patriotic Party.
What's the explanation offered for the extension of his detention?
The police says that they need more time for investigation, that is all. Meanwhile, in their own charge sheets, they had stated that they have completed their forensics. The police is unprepared, so the fact that they are unprepared means that you should be kept in police custody for another 1 week. Very unfair. That is just the reason. Very, very unfair. So in the same vein, then you have Azorka, who has been granted bail and he's been told to appear before court on the 12th of September also. Very, very unfair. We are of the view that state institutions are being weaponized unfairly, unduly, against due process to harass members of the new Patriotic Party. And we are going to rise against this.
So the minority leader earlier on mentioned that he's being kept at the NIB cells instead of police cells. Has that changed, or is still?
They are going to take him to NIB cells.
Whoever is behind and using the state accoutrement against innocent citizens. We don't know the person behind, but we know the people enforcing the state architecture, the state craft. And they should be worried that they one day have questions to answer as far as the use of state machinery against the lives of innocent citizens are concerned. Thank you very much.
For purposes of avoidance, what was the court's decision today?
Yeah, the court decision is that the prosecution prayed the court that investigations are still ongoing and that the accused person be remanded into police custody to continue with ongoing investigations. And under the circumstances, this is based on electronic evidence. Whatever he said, whatever he is alleged to have said, is electronic. Why must it take dates for a person to be remanded into police custody before he can continue with investigations? You see, under the Criminal Other Offences Procedure Act of 1960, Act 30, Section 96(4) clearly tells the court that the court should not withdraw bail as a form of punishment against an accused person. Under the circumstances, we clearly see that the court is just withdrawing bail against Abronye to use that as a punishment against an accused person who has not pleaded guilty to the offences that he has been charged with. And a clear breach of Article 19(2)(c) of 1992 Constitution. But we believe in the rule of law in due process. Certainly, we have the instruction of our client to pursue the matter. And as far as that is concerned, we will climb up and make sure that his liberty is restored. Certainly, he has been remanded into police custody.
When is the next agenda?
Yeah, for 2 weeks. So certainly, we look forward that we come back on the return date.
What was the spirit of your client? I mean, we saw him raise his fist.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame Bafo Abronye is a man full of life. He knows that this is just mere political persecution. Yeah. And certainly, he's hopeful that yes, his liberty will be restored one day. And yes, he's pursuing what he's pursuing in furtherance of democracy.
There are reports he's on a hunger strike. Can you confirm that for us?
Oh, certainly. Once you are being handled this way, will you trust that the same people handling you in a manner as if you have committed treasonable offense? When they give you water, will you take it? When they give you food, will you take it? Certainly, he needs to protect his life. And under the circumstances, the reason that he's on hunger strike.
Thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
As to say Odi4 and as Odibim, or Chair Secretary Diabono, Lucrebia Enim, and he pleaded not guilty to the 2 charges. The first count, a publication of false news. So then summer enya no kre ababonti and an yetosum a offensive conduct to the breach of peace. Nina Chair say there be a Ghana yeti asumjewe, Abronye and so pasumji into a cansema and nam so edebasa yebeba. No, and a lawyer kukudam, you decline a lawyer. Sumienu lawyer Daniel Mante, no tosumiensa, no any lady team no former Attorney General and Minister for Justice Godfred Yabua Dami, Sarah Enso and Freddie Blay was Mewu, or also Eka Tima, because a lawyer for Kukudam, we any general. Almost with
all due respect, Sabo lawyers need to be any demon.
Former Attorney General and Minister for Justice Godfred Yabua Dami.
Okay.
Lawyer Freddie Blay, lawyer Daniel Mante, and lawyer Afenyo Marking.
Good.
A lawyer for we any bejinemu edi emano. Na a lawyer for jinemu stre pa say Abronye obi anim no ye ka Abronye obi anim na kwala pani onwane nko bebia o yere wo ma oni bebia woko nti osre pa se be ya ye ma ne be. Moreover, court no remanded say mfa nko police custody nanso apolice for ye kokwasa ade ne kwahye NID nti ono kwa de no sinka court no incite police for contempt enu achi was answer say kwedo ide abon misdemeanor into ohun ye nti apolice for a whole Abronye yakwata Black Maria the number o police for ye de na be gu ha bebria enye te say o see you use taxpayers money no kwambone so nti on de na asem nyina ne se be ya je ma ne bill now so prosecutor Owura Lawe chief inspector Lawe enso chair court say there be Abrantie no omgusu ye nhwehwem a omnwie na hwe Abronye su ne ban a wada na di kasafi kasatantan a wakeka e di akire mpanifo Ghana o see omunsa ka serious evidence that say Abronye case no ebeko nanim. It's likely say be kra be amend charge sheet with the charge sheet no kwadu mi no edabon ebi betinya the count and answer the edabon mi no kra betinya asesa no e de foforo asan abon nti ono de susu say Abronye enkrata bi a watrotro e de ama aman ahoro say opasala mo ye na ni bill pa enya de a obestandi bill nti o stre court ne say omo de omo pe remand na watwe mienu prosecution so per remand na wotwe mienu na mo mfa nyom hwehwe mu nyina wie omo kamia na efo aso a na ma beka che court nse court na wotwe mienu na de man ya wie eno na afenyo market sorry no so nti ase adenti na prosecution na ka se omo pe 2 weeks remand which means the police for nya omo adwen so be ya adwuma no omo pe so mu hunahuna no omo pe so omo tete the client ni so no se court na se court no ma no bill instance yema abronye bill pa omo de ma kwa she NIB omo bisa ne question omo nya na hwe te sa se ye twe waso keke eno na justice Samuel Bright akwa eti ewie pe no se NIB ene ye de ne call na mo nti ase a yate ene me remand Abronye to prison custody what happen Abronye sorry no say my lord prison saying my lord o say na efiada we dey farmer Abronye anya hwe weekend bonanza de ma o dey my lord me na mka say NIB nye emfa ne nkoho we dey mesro sesa no ebe yi asesa ne maye apostifo na omo cells ena my lord bisa prosecutor ne say adenti na mo cells mo remanded no police cells ena prosecutor la we be chi mu say wo hwa bonten wo the NPP supporters ye wo ho o remanded no police cells bi no amte sa ha no wa anhwe ya oye ne besi wo ho sanse ye police cells ne bebre wo ho we kwasra na nyonko we kwasra na NIB de ho eye kukuda untimi nko ho se de enkodi nsamfunu wo enintia ena otemu afọ ne ti asese ene wa remanded no to police custody prison no oyifiri o enye saade a anka ate nwen na sensanwom straight ene de Abronye akwa na wotwe 19th court ne say on sign kodem na court ne make some statement say the rule at which as say obi afafo na odi atem obi afafo na o kana adwen o say politics ye criticize nemom ye insult unse baby a wo right kodru no ehwo na me right fi ase nti unam na ototo unsa ane unsa na ye wo dia utimi to no at any length nemom hwese unsa na wo to no unto nkoka obi sanse wo to ne koka obi a wabu obi efa ahodi so emra enu bedi o se ebra so se amanyofo se de nsem keka wo mo keka no ye cho ne do ba court a se court sisu dua hunu se mumu mienu untimi se mu fi asam dia ene court ebetia o se 2023 ebi ba nanim na anu ya o se ye de mranti bi asan ba nanim a o kire mu kire se achenkwa enana o se ekwan asese nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ bloggers any politicians afase oman no mpɛ sɛ ɔmo sɛ ne atamdidie ne amanyɔsɛ mu no o se ebra so sɛ court no ɛbɛfa baa ɛde ahwe hɔ nti Abronye onkodam na awɔtwe ɔba ebia court ne se ebia ɔmo make appeal ni biem for bail na ɔbɛ consider nti menua ubisaya say any yesi e wo court there
angel
ebra wo kan say prison for ne kwhye ba bia na ho ana ne nyie no ne mo be ya anka yensesa ne tena bia na ne dabre no ya e ka ase de ne kotum no si wo sorry ya no se da bi cells the prison the ne say ono na sorry man ne saso na ne lawyer no mo ne sorry
ne lawyer afenyo marking ene sorry afenyo ene sorry
meaning say the lawyer ne ye no an wo kasama no no odwene ma no
o kasa dwema no ye bibia de ma no ane
na ba je de se de be ntina fe de o kan so de ne ko exam mo se afi de o ye fa no ma bia na o gitum
minua eno de mintimi nkyere ne ntia na o kasa prison on pay because ye nyina bra court ne ka prison police for na gina no bia se ane and so also on pay NIB dia ene prison ye de ne beko afi nchiemu kakra na o pese o kire ne se ekwan no se o pese o ko ho no ne client ne kodi nkoma